Welcome back, everybody. Shade Hunter here. I've got Phantom with me again. We're back here
Howdy.
in Minecraft in Enigmatica 6. And looks like Phantom has become a contractor and is rebuilding our house. So,
Well, there were just a few things that I wanted to change, and then
oh, you
a
got
few
rid of
more, and
those weird strips on the side. Thank you.
then a few more, then and well, yeah,
Looks good though.
it was a nice place to start, but
Your
yeah,
creativity took over, man. It looks good, man. I like it. Can't wait to see what
it'll
you
be a
do with it being done.
very different structure when I'm finished. But yeah,
Yeah, if you can also incorporate maybe a staircase that will go down to a basement area so that at some point we can move all these crazy machines down there, that'd be great.
sure, yeah, absolutely,
So,
not a problem.
can't even. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we are completely out of coal. We got
And
power, um, but we. Oh, there's some charcoal. And we've got plenty more trees so we can make more charcoal.
oh yeah,
So I'm not too worried about that. There we go. Now, there's should be an augment that I can make to make this thing just shut off to not burn any fuel. I just can't remember what it's called, but we'll get there eventually. But we are not here to work with machines today. We are going to move away from mechanical things and move more into magic. Um, because if I can get to the right menu, I'm playing so many games, I keep hitting the wrong buttons all the time. Since we're done with thermal for now, I'm going to go ahead and just collect this resource for the redstone flux cell. We do have it sitting in a box somewhere. Oh, we were going to kind of give an update on this arboreal extractor side. Phantom, how did that go getting the
yes.
resin and the latex buckets? What did it entail doing all that?
Very, very slowly. If you come over here, these are the
Oh, okay.
arboreal extractors. You have to set them on the ground at the base of a tree. And a tree for this purpose has to be at least 3 blocks high, and it has to have leaves that have a state change. That means you can't just use shears to clip leaves somewhere and plunk a couple of pieces of wood down and throw a leaf on it and call it a tree. You actually have to plant a tree and let it grow. Then you set these beside it, and very, very, very slowly they will begin to accumulate resin in the reservoir here. And this amount of resin has accumulated. I don't know. I've probably
Wow.
been online for 45 minutes, nearly an hour already. That's what is accumulated in basically an hour. So
Yeah,
it takes a very long time.
it took probably a good minute for it to give us the 25 millibuckets there. Because I looked into it and just hit 2650, and I sat here watching it as you were talking, and it took about almost a minute for it to actually tick through. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
insane.
watching paint dry,
Yeah.
only less exciting.
So what do you do with the resin after you have it?
Well, after you have it, because that's the first thing. Then you have to come back over here to these machines that we made, and you add it. If I can remember now which one we add it to, the fluid encapsulator has latex. I believe we can put latex or resin, either one, into that to encapsulate. Uh, let's see. It's been a little while since I did did this process. I don't remember which one I did. I believe, let's see, what we were trying to do with it. We were trying to take the resin, I believe we put it in the fractionating still, and then that will, oh grief, now you went and asked me a question I didn't have the answer to it.
Put it in the fractionating still, and the resin actually gives you rosin,
Thank
at a
you.
50% chance, and tree oil, and the tree oil can be used as a fuel.
Thank you. I there was a word and I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
Rosin. Resin gives you rosin. That's why it was too much alike, and my brain just went ah.
yeah,
So
and
you put it
the
in the
rosin
fractionating still.
is, you compress 9 of it into a block, or it's basically just a fuel. That is what
Yep.
it's used for. Um,
The fuel that you get and the rosin that you get are both fuels. So
so essentially, you could have if you set it up right, you could bring the resin over, have it go straight into a fractioning still, have it go through and become tree oil and rosin. Then you can have the rosin go into a Stirling dynamo, and then the the tree oil go into a compression dynamo, which I don't even think we've, yeah, I don't think we ever actually got a um whole bucket of the tree oil yet.
no, I don't believe
Um,
so.
I don't even think we have a tank. Did I make you a tank?
You did. Somewhere we have the tank. Because that's what we put it into.
I don't know what happened to the tank because it's not in here that I see. Whatever.
Well, it had been in one of these.
Well, I can make another one if I can remember how to make it. Yeah, there we go. Basic fluid tank right there. Unless we both are morons and put it in our backpack and didn't realize it. I did.
No,
I didn't.
not in my backpack.
Not mine either. So, all right. So let's
Hey,
see if we
there's
can.
a good chance we aren't morons then.
Okay, keep right clicking until it opens it, and then that's emptied. Right click until it opens, and it's emptied. Now it's in the tank. 5,600 something millibuckets. I don't know if we'll be able to put it all in here, but we will certainly try. And then you keep right clicking on this until it opens, which that gives us 4,000. And it's going to process what? 200 down to 100 tree oil. Oh, wow. That's terrible. Well, at least you get rosin pretty regularly. So we need to get at least a bucket of this tree oil so we can actually see how much power it produces. Or what we can do is just push, or just go up here to the resin, click the resin on uses, and then tree oil on uses. And compression dynamo, 1 bucket will give you 1,000,000 RF. So not that great. But we're not here to talk about that. I made another tank. That's in there. That's in there. Let's move on away from this, because when we get back to this, I will already have it moved into the basement, and we will start over creating a better power source to fuel our dynamos, and hopefully also have a lava dynamo to help produce that. And before that happens, next week on Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, on Tuesday.
Next week on Tuesday, we are going to be doing a live stream of Minecraft, this Minecraft. We are going to dive into the Nether on an adventure to find a Nether fortress so that we can get blaze rods, so that
Yep.
we can actually get the um, magmatic dynamo along with these two. And I want to set up all three producing some type of power. We might make a secondary compression dynamo, because with these fractioning stills, you can also do um, uh, crude oil. into heavy and light, which will also give you bitumen. And then the heavy goes through fractioning still to refined fuel and tar, and the light goes through fractioning still into sulfur and refined fuel. So we'll get two different types of refined fuel and a bunch of other stuff. So when we get back to it, we will go through that whole process of getting better fuel and more
Yep.
efficient fuel. So,
So that will be next week on Tuesday. So that'll be the 30th from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
and
So,
the link to the live stream on Twitch will be in the description of this episode, and we will also do a quick reminder and put it out Tuesday at noon, Tuesday at noon, a reminder video will be up on YouTube. So now, what we're going to get into, since now that we've burned way too much time, that's fine. Where do you want enchanted books at? I apparently have one. Oh wait, we put them upstairs in the bookshelves. Haha.
yeah, they've got bookshelves.
All right, not there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna have our own little library before long. All right,
Little
so
light reading before bed.
yep, put that crescent hammer away. Not gonna need that. So we're gonna move down here to. You said it better. It's Ars what?
Ars Nouveau.
Nouveau? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. And that gives us a couple of items there. Worn notebook and novice spellbook. So we've got a few things to do here, and one thing, the reason I want to do this is because of this spell practice flight. I want to see what that does. I've never played with this mod before in my life. Never even heard about it until we got into here. So you guys get to learn along with me. So first things first, let's go ahead and dive into this book here, this notebook, to see what it gives us. There's a bunch of different things here. I'm just going to start at the getting started progress, and it's going to explain a bunch of things to us. There's spellcasting. To begin spellcasting, you'll need to first obtain a spell book. Okay, we have the novice spellbook. Spellbook will allow you to create, store, and cast spells using mana. A higher tier spellbook will provide additional spell slots, allowing you to craft more complex spells. Okay, that's cool. To craft your first spell, you must first select the form that the spell will take on. A form glyph must always be the first glyph in a spell recipe. Okay, so let's, okay. Form, projectile, touch, or self. And then we only have two effects here. So let's go ahead and see what projectile and harm. No, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's do break. Maybe we can break blocks with spells. That would be pretty cool. Okay. And I
Would
can't
be cool.
create it because I'm sure it's going to tell me. All right. Next, add any number of effects to the chain. Effects refer to what the spell will do. That's the break blocks or break whatever, or harm. And they will resolve in the order they are placed in the book at the target or location the spell hits. An augment can be used to modify the way the effect or form behaves. Augments may be placed after the effect or form. An augment will only apply to the glyph to the left of it. Multiple augments may also be applied on the same effect or form by chaining augments together. That's pretty cool. If you'd like to set a spell to a different tab, select the tab from the right side and repeat the above process. Several key bindings are provided for using the spellbook. Open spellbook, Shift C, quick select V, next spell X, previous spell Z. Okay. I will probably refer to that again because I'll forget in about 30 seconds. The novice spellbook, it looks like, is a book Iron shovel, iron axe, iron sword, and iron pickaxe will give you the spell book. That's a kind of interesting way of making the spell book, but sure, we'll go with it.
I guess they had to have something, and that's as good as anything else.
Yeah. Um, Starter spells. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Spellcasting. Oh, I messed up and cleared some of these. Okay, spellcasting, spell mana. Spell mana is used to cast spells within a spellbook. The maximum amount of mana and the speed at which it regenerates may be increased by wearing special mage armor or by applying the mana boost or mana regen enchantments on your gear. Additionally, you will gain bonus mana and regeneration for each glyph unlocked in your spellbook. Adding glyphs to your spellbook will also increase your maximum amount of mana and mana regeneration. This bonus also scales with the tier of your spellbook. Interesting. And then there's starter spells, which is, we already saw this. I'm not going to read all this. It's break, which is you can harvest iron and lower materials. There's harm, haste, which is probably the self portion. Um, Light, amplify. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. And then we go to trinkets. Trinkets and baubles can expand your casting and provide unique buffs. For more casting, you may want to craft a ring of discount or an amulet of mana regen. For travel, see the belt of levitation. Ooh, I'm liking this already. Nice.
Yeah,
Or improve your mining efficiency, which are avoiding. Hmm. I think we're gonna have some fun with this, Phantom. So,
I I think so. Yeah.
um, you know what? I'm gonna go straight to the belt of levitation. Belt of levitation allows the user to levitate a moderate distance above the ground. Useful for climbing mountains. Simply sneak in the air while falling or jumping to rise. Okay. That's gonna take looks like 4 gold, 3 feathers, and a glyph of launch. Okay, so let's see what it's going to take to make that glyph of launch. Um, let's see here, glyph of launch. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. We have to make a glyph press. All right, so you know what? I'm going to you know what? I'll leave that stuff on there. Let's go ahead and add the
Because
glyph
nothing
press
is
on there.
free.
And then we need magic clay with a slime ball, which we need to figure out how we're going to make. So now we're getting into some interesting stuff. So let's go to the quests, and magic clay is way down here. So obviously we have to make a couple of different things first. So we need to find out how we're going to get this mana. So let's click on the thing to the left here called mana and see what that wants. It wants us to make a mana condenser and a mana jar. Now, we've already done this a little bit in the other world. It requires things to change in the area. Crops for the growing, breeding animals, or killing mobs. So this next to a mob farm would be absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to be looking through this whole thing, see if we can actually make an automated mana generating mob farm. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
So what we want to do is get this mana condenser and the jar. So let's go ahead and what is this? If I can click on the right buttons. Ars. Okay, so we're just gonna go to at Ars in our thing here. We need a mana condenser and a mana jar. And I believe, if I remember reading that correctly, the condenser goes on top of the jar. Mana gems are required. Place the mana jar, then place the mana condenser on top of it. Yes. Okay. Now the gems it's talking about are these guys right here. So I'm just going to grab a stack of those. And then we're going to check out, see what this is. So mana jar. That's going to take a bunch of glass, it looks like. It might be framed glass. Yeah.
Connected glass.
Or maybe just glass? Can it take just glass? Yeah, it
Any
can. Okay.
connected glass.
Yeah, it can also take stained glass or anything else. So it's just any glass. So yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
And then mana condenser is iron or brass, hopper. And these arcane stones here, they are, oops, if I can get back to it, are made with a bunch of, looks like polished stuff around a mana gem. So polished stuff, huh? We've got a bunch of these bricks. So I'll try to use those instead. So we put the mana gems in there, circle it, and that didn't work. Alright, so it's got to be the polished stuff. Which means, I believe, can I polish doing this? Yes. So I'm going to, yay, arcane stone. And what are these used in? Okay, a lot of different things, so I don't want to just use up my entire stack. I don't want to use up my entire stack on this, so what I'll do is I will do 16. Well, I can't use my entire stack because the polished stone won't let me. I'm actually going to do 8. There we go. So we have a stack of arcane stone. So that's awesome. So now we need glass, copper, and iron or brass. I think I'll just go iron because of how much we have. Iron, we're going to need a chest for the hopper, and then we're going to need glass, which I thought there was some glass in here.
I think there is somewhere. One of the chests has some glass.
Oh. Oh, that's right. We put a bunch of stuff in this box back here. Yeah, see, there's a latex bucket, crude oil bucket, all kinds of stuff. All right. Oh, there. I found our fluid tank.
Yeah, we now have 3 of them.
All right, so we want the mana jar. Then we want the mana condenser, which we can't because we need the hopper. And the condenser. All right, here, let me go ahead and toss these at you real quick. If you would be so kind to toss them back. All right, so what we're gonna do, since this is such a crazy thing, I'm actually gonna after this next episode I'll probably have 4 of these things on here, but I'm gonna do a manage condenser there and that on top of it. Now, if you notice, it's already got some mana in there, so there's
Yeah,
that.
as soon as you put it down, it sucked it out of the grapes over there. I saw pink flash go. There goes another one.
Yep,
That's
and we
that's what
can
it'll be doing.
do that for everything that's growing over here.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to also between episodes harvest all of this, and part of the basement's actually going to have a way, basically a chest up here that will suck all the stuff down into a bunch of the drawers for all the different food types. So that we can just harvest it up, dump it in there, and it'll go down and sort into the drawers it needs. So there's that step done. And it's if you look at the upper left hand corner of your screen, you'll see it says 2% full. So it's already starting to grow. And actually, if I, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and harvest all of this, because this is going to, so anything that grows, it should, yeah, see, already. Every time one of these things ticks that's in range of it, yep, there goes another one. There's another one. There's another one. Yeah, so it's going to fill up quick. Really quick. It's already at 6%, so there's that. What I am going to do is go to my backpack and just stick all this stuff in my backpack for now, and I'll empty it later. So, there's that mana. And then we completed that quest, so it gives us a couple of things, which I will just shove in my backpack for right now. A Botania World Shapers Sextant. Not quite sure how that works, but I'm sure we'll get to it. Alright. So, we did that. Now it wants a crystallizer and a volcanic accumulator. Okay. Again, not sure what this does, but we'll find out. Okay, so we want the crystallizer and the volcanic accumulator. And if you notice, there's that little control question mark. If you use control and just hold it there, it'll take you to the book where it talks about it. So if we do that again and hold over the crystallizer and hold control, it'll go to the book, tell us about the crystallizer. Crystallizer provides a renewable source of mana gems by condensing world mana over time. The crystallizer can work passively at a very slow rate, or it may be given mana from adjacent jars and create mana gems at a much faster rate. The crystallizer may also be accessed by hoppers and carbuncles. So that's really cool. So if I stick this crystallizer next to that mana jar, it'll be making mana gems, if I'm reading this correctly. So we need gold for this one, or brass or bronze, but I'm going to go with gold. Wait, do we have brass? Brass is what? Copper and zinc. I think I'll go copper and zinc. In the induction smelter guy here. And then it's time to sleep. Wow, look at all that go. It actually fills that jar a lot faster than you would think. Alright, so that's done. This should have some brass. Yep, it's got enough brass, so let's go ahead and use it. Instead, there's a crystallizer jar. And let's go ahead and hold control of the volcanic accumulator. The color of a lava lily changes if it is placed above lava, magma, or other blocks. What? Okay, that's how you make it. Passive generation. Lava in a 3x3 space beneath the accumulator will generate mana passively. Each source block will provide an additional bonus mana and a small amount of heat. The volcanic accumulator will occasionally convert stone into magma blocks and magma blocks into lava. Given that these blocks exist beneath it in its 3x3 area. This conversion is dependent on the amount of heat it produced over time. The volcanic accumulator will also spawn a lava lily adjacent to it, given that there isn't nothing covering the lava. Lava lilies may be harvested and used for decoration. Interesting. That is really cool.
We need to do that.
Yeah. So what we could do is get another jar underneath the ground here or somewhere else. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but I want to actually see this crystallizer at work. I don't have the stuff to make the volcanic thing. I need 3 buckets of lava and another mana jar. So, well, there's the mana jar. Oh, here's the crystallizer for you to use. There's a bucket. And then...
Buckets of lava will be Tuesday's activity.
Oh, I can go get lava. I just need 1 more bucket. Alright, I'm gonna go get lava. Be right back. Alright, we're back. I know this episode's going on a little bit longer, but we spent a little bit of time talking about the other things. Alright, so there's the volcanic accumulator, which we will do at some point. We'll set it up and show you guys what it's all about. Where are you?
I'm under the base right now.
I see that. How'd you get under there?
Come around to the side.
Here, you need this for the quest. You didn't pick it up. There you go.
Did now.
Alright, so that quest is done. The crystallizer is done. Ooh, that gave us a glyph. Glyph of light. Interesting. Alright, now we have a glyph press. That's what I wanted to get to. A glyph press. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, I'm going to put this crystallizer down. I want to see what happens. Ooh, I can see it pulling it out of the air. That is really cool.
Very nice.
Oh, and you just right-click to pull it out.
Yeah. Huh.
I wonder how many stores in there. Huh. That's really cool. So we'll just leave that there and passively generate these things for us so we don't have to find them in mining anymore. Alright,
Yep.
so the volcanic accumulator's done, crystallizer's done, mana jar's done, mana condenser's done. Alright, so we have that glyph, and we need to do the press. Really quick. If I can find it. There it is. Alright, glyph press. It looks like it's a piston, a block of iron or brass, and some type of smooth stone-ish stuff with arcane stone. So we are missing piston, which is wood and cobble. Okay, so in wood, yeah. Yep. Alright, and we need a bit of redstone for this too, so we want the piston. there's some smooth stone, so that's cool. Now we just need a block of... You know what, I'll just do a block of iron, since we have so much iron. I think that'd be the best option. And there's the glyph press. Okay, so the glyph press, we push control, hold it, shows us how it's made, and then what you can put into it. That's not what I wanted. Yes, I said it again. Stop thinking at me that way. Okay, there's that. I'm assuming that the glyph press is you put stuff in it and it makes glyphs. So let's go ahead and set this bad boy down. Looks like we have to have a couple of things to make it work, and you know what? I'd be willing to bet that it requires mana. So I'm going to bring this guy over here and put him there. Accessing new spells requires a special machine designed to convert regions and dispel glyphs. These glyphs can be used to unlock new spells. Spell book. Maybe use spell recipe. Create glyph. Requires special form of magical clay. Yep. To use the glyph press, first place the clay into the press, then use the region provided on the press. If there's enough mana nearby, the press will begin crafting. The mana can be provided by nearby mana jar. Okay. The mana can be provided by nearby mana jar. Okay. And it can be automated with hoppers and whatnot. But that is going to have to do it today, folks. Next time, we will watch this glyph press in action. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate that like button being smashed. Maybe a subscribe and the bell icon hit so you can find more videos to come.